me. So, let's find out what is going on for you guys. See what this Friday the 13th is bringing for you. Happy Friday the 13th, by the way. As you know, I don't believe in bad omens, right? Or as you should know, I don't believe in bad omens. I think all omens are ultimately to lead us to something good, right? Sorry, I gotta adjust all my shit over here. So, let's see. What is the current energy for Aquarius? Aqua purificada. Okay. We have crop circles, messages, curiosity, and signs. So you could be picking up on like signs or, like I said, omens, you know, from the universe. Which is funny because the book I'm reading on my other channel, The Alchemist, talks a lot about omens. So maybe you should give that a listen. The link is below in all of my videos. So yes. I'm going to use my Thoth deck. It was designed by Aleister Crowley, one of the greatest alchemists who ever lived. Often confused for being a Satanist because he hung out with them, but he was definitely an occultist, but a Satanist, I wouldn't say that. Thoth was his deity, as is mine, right? As is Ghostmane's, right? Thoth the Atlantean has reached some of us, still continues to. So, let's see. What is Aquarius's energy? So we have Knight of Cups in reverse with Ten of Swords in reverse. And this to me looks like self-preservation, right? Knight of Cups in reverse is like redacting your feelings, or like kind of like actualizing your feelings, like realizing your feelings or lack thereof. It's like having a change of heart towards somebody or something, right? With the Ten of Swords in reverse, it's kind of like noticing patterns, right? Patterns that led to destruction in the past and trying to avoid those same patterns. And like I said, it's self-preservation. This could even be just simply a lack of interest in love at all right now. You know, this could be you kind of like focusing on other things. Yeah, we have the Prince of Pentacles, right? And I feel like right now, like your biggest focus, your biggest priority is like getting a little grounded, right? Having like some stability in the third dimension, right? It's kind of like when like emotions can tend to like pull us away from like our purpose, or like pull us away from, you know, what we enjoy doing. And so I feel that like right now you're kind of in this getting down to business energy, right? Like really focusing on like your future, your goals, your ambitions, your drive, and not really allowing it to be hindered by the trivialities of like connections, right? Very relatable. Ouch, I'll have to get that fallen card. Alright. And I'm gonna grab it. Grab it, derpy, derpy. Okay. See my pajamas. I'm cozy. Alright, so the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So this is the energy of like learning and growing and establishing yourself, right? This is like feeling a sense of like a higher calling too. This is like feeling like you're just meant to do more, and that's something that you're really trying to explore right now. What is the more that you want to explore, right? We'll dive into that a little bit. I do see like this is like your soul is maturing, right? You're going through kind of this. You know how there's like a dark night of the soul? Well, it's kind of the opposite. It's like the light day of the soul, right? It's kind of like you're learning how to like shed the weight of the burdens, right? And the trivialities and all the things attached to it, and kind of like, all right, what is the most important thing? What do I really want to focus on? What needs my attention right now? What's pressing, you know? Because I just feel this energy of like you really just want like order and organization, right? With the Hierophant and the Prince of Pentacles, though, it does tell me that there could be a Taurus in your energy, or like, you know, but I'm not really reading it as a love reading. I mean, it started out with the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is literally the opposite of a love reading. And this is like a focus on career and you know, your next steps, focusing on like, you know, what's gonna really bring you like the most abundance, whether that's, you know, money abundance, resources, friend groups. You know, right now I feel like you're really focusing on what makes you feel abundant. Alright, so this deck has spoken. It's not going to say anything else. So I'm going to just slide that away, and I'm going to use another deck. I like to do that when the cards don't fall out, right? I'm like, okay, this is my indicator. This is my omen. I got to get another deck out. So let's see. What is your focus, right? What are your goals? What is your ambition? What is your drive? What's going on? Okay, so we have the Empress, we have Temperance, and we have the Seven of Swords. So one of these is not like the others, and I'm going to explain this. So your drive right now, a lot, like right now your biggest energy is like the Empress, Aries energy, the creative energy. And then we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, which is the energy of being patient and really practicing like kindness and like instead of reacting to situations, like, you know, pausing and kind of like waiting before responding. You know, when we even give it 30 seconds versus like an immediate response, we tend to give better responses, right? If you really think it through. I just read this quote earlier. It's from The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And he said, he was like, respond intelligently even to unintelligent situations, right? And I'm paraphrasing. But yeah, and so like, and with the Hierophant, I really see that energy of like really wanting to have like the best response in situations, to really want to like show up as your best self, right? Especially with the Empress and the Temperance. You know, the Temperance card is the Earth Angel card, right? The Empress is the Divine Mother, right? So I do see a lot of protection and guidance with you. With the Seven of Swords, too, I see a lot of what you're avoiding. Seven of Swords is lying, cheating, stealing, right? And when you aren't focused on dating, you don't have to worry about that outcome, right? And I feel like that's kind of that energy with the Knight of Cups in reverse. You know, with the Temperance showing up with the Seven of Swords, it's like being patient with people who come at you in this energy, the lying, cheating, stealing. It reminds me of the book Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, which was actually his journal that people probably shouldn't have read, but the whole world has read it, so whatever. Generations of the world has read it. But basically, in Meditations, Marcus Aurelius like has this page where he's like, greet the day as though you're going to meet people who are ignorant, people who are mean and cruel, you know, people who are spiteful, people who are jealous, you know. It's like, prepare yourself for the fact that you're going to meet these people, whether you like it or not. You know, that's life, right? And it's like understanding that, you know, you have no power and control over how other people act. You only have power and control over how you act and how you respond in things. And so I feel like right now the biggest thing is learning how to respond from your highest self, right? Letting the ego float away and not allow your pride to get hurt from like these experiences, right? I do want to see what the Seven of Swords is, though, because I just do. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse, lying. Wands is honest communication. Pages are messengers. So, yeah, I feel like, you know, you might have people around you that probably lie, or like, you know, maybe in romantic connections, you've experienced a lot of lying, right? Going back to that Knight of Cups in reverse. And it feels that, like, you're making this decision to, like, just not entertain it, you know, in regards to, like, you know, you just don't have room for it. You don't have time for it, right? With the Temperance card showing up, it's like time is of the essence, right? And, like, we gotta really prioritize what deserves our energy and what doesn't. Especially when this experience here is so limited in time, you know? And so I feel like you're really learning how to just be your best self, how to exhibit your best self, right? In every situation. I would even go so far as to say even in your thoughts. With a Hierophant, I do feel this energy that, like, you're choosing better thought patterns, right? You're choosing to, like, focus on things, focus on gratitude, focus on the things that bring you joy rather than things that make you miserable, or, like, you know, lying, selfish people and things like that. It's like you're really learning what deserves your energy and what doesn't. Somebody could be being dishonest with you now. With the Moon card, Pisces energy, I feel that it will come to light, whatever it is, or you might see the truth of a situation. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse, this is telling me, like, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like saying, don't worry, it's not going to harm you, right? This is not a situation where you're going to face negative repercussions, right? This is not a situation to get all up in your head about, and I feel like you know that. Even as things come to light, you're just kind of like, okay, so it is what it is, and moving on. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Tower showing up, this could be you, this could be somebody else, but it's kind of like feeling like like you haven't had a lot of luck in a certain department, right? And this tower feels almost like a tower that you're pushing over yourself. And the reason that I say that is because it's kind of like insanity to try the same thing over and over and over if you're getting negative results, right? Or if you're not getting the results that you wanted. And so I feel like it's this energy of you like deciding, well, I'm not going to keep doing the same thing then, right? Because obviously that was like just bringing these towers and this like misfortune into my life. And so I do feel this energy that like you're really you're looking to have new outcomes. You know, you're looking to have a new like lifestyle altogether. Just as I suspected. So we have the Four of Cups, right? You could be rejecting offers if people are coming in, you know, trying to make love offers or whatever. It's the energy of rejecting that. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it kind of hella makes sense, you know, because literally the reading started out with you rejecting a situation. With the Hermit in reverse here, Virgo energy. This is the energy of like, it's time to step out of your shell. It's time to leave your comfort zone and to explore new cycles and a new life, right? Four of Wands. This is about establishing your home and your long-term goals, right? This is about like really focusing on getting like your ducks in a row. Yeah, see, with the Hanged Man in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse, I love this. This is saying, like, obstacles are going to be removed for you, right? Anything that you were, like, up in your head about or had ruminating thoughts or things that you worried about, like, that's all going to, like, kind of fade out, right? You're not the victim of your story, you're the hero of the story, right? And then we have the Queen of Cups here, which is interesting. But it ties really into that Empress energy, right? The Queen of Cups is very mature, right? Very emotionally intelligent. This is somebody who has a lot to offer the world, you know, not just one situation, right? But this is the energy of like, you're really getting to the root of your own feelings and you're really healing yourself. You're healing like the past hurts, you know, especially with the Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands in reverse. Like past traumas are being healed through this situation, through facing your personal truths and facing the truths of the people around you, you know. It's like you reach this place of like complete acceptance, right? Certain things had to fade away. Certain things couldn't work out. And you're kind of finding out why, right? You're stepping into your sense of purpose now. You're stepping into the thing that is really going to drive you to the next level. See, I love this. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Fool card. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse tells me that, like, you will not be left in financial ruin, right? Like, this is saying, like, if you're concerned about finances, that shit's gonna turn around for you. This is also saying, like, you're not gonna have to worry about being abandoned or left out in the cold. With the Fool card, right? Ground zero. This is like kind of starting fresh or starting new or starting a new cycle, right? The Fool card is taking a leap of faith. It's leaving that comfort zone, like the Hermit in reverse, you know? It's, you know, being able to be like, all right, shit's gotta change and I gotta change it, right? Like, that's the power that we have, is when something isn't working, we have all the power in the world to change our situation. Even in situations where you feel like maybe you're stuck or you don't have a way out, there's always a resource, right? And I mean, hit me up, dog. Like, hit me up in the comments if you need resources. I could help you. I'm very resourceful like that. But like, basically, right now it's time to embark on something completely different, right? You're gonna experience things. You're gonna experience life very differently from how you've experienced it. It's not going to be as you've known it, right? And I know I keep kind of saying this over and over, but that energy is really strong in this reading. Like, everything is changing for you, and you're growing up spiritually, even if you're already grown, right? It's like you're reaching a new level or a new height. Also, Aquarius season is upon us, right? Or is it upon us yet? Maybe it's not quite yet. I need to get the dates figured out. I myself am an Aquarius, I should know. But yeah, freaking all of our birthdays are coming up, right? And I've noticed something in the last couple years with birthdays is there's something very significant that does happen in these like annual marks, right? And it's almost like you don't really notice it if you're looking from like one day to the next. But if you think on like your last birthday to your next birthday, right? Like, how far have you come? What have you overcome? Like, what challenges have you faced? You know, what successes have you had? You know, it's like time to kind of reflect on that and really see where this whole year has taken you. Changing faces, right? And changing faces, I like this because this is, you know, kind of goes into this like energy of like you're choosing different, right? And when you change your mind, you change your life, right? And I feel this energy of you're going to be making all kinds of changes. You know, people may not even recognize you in terms of your energy and the way that you present yourself. People may be like, holy shit, you've changed. And that's when you look at them and be like, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. You know, like, we're not supposed to be stuck as the same person forever, you know. Even all your molecules, all of your cells regenerate every like 7 to 10 years, right? So it's like, even with on a physical level, you're not the same person as you were fucking 10 years ago. Walk with wings, right? It's time to fly. And if you notice, that's Queen Bee energy, right? And so it's like time for you to like assert yourself and really choose to dominate life in a way, you know? Like, choose life on your terms, you know? You've been living on life's terms, right? Living according to how the world is like you're supposed to or whatever, and now it's kind of like, no, now it's time to live on your own terms, right? Be the person you enjoy being, right? Which is not hard for an Aquarius. You all are very unique individuals, right? The aliens of the zodiac. And so I feel like tapping into your authenticity is not the hard part. I think the hard part is being a fixed sign and having to make these huge alterations to your life. I think that's going to be a big one. But I also think it's going to be the best shit for you. You're going to love it. Your outcomes are going to be great. You know, one little omen I picked up on is I noticed that when I'm like in alignment with, you know, my sense of purpose and my drive and all those things, like good shit starts happening, right? And when I stay stuck in situations that are not good for me, then bad shit happens, right? And it's kind of like on some level we know, you know, we know when a situation is right or not right for us. So listen to your intuition. Listen to, you know, how you're being guided. Kundalini Shakti. Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution is hard to pin down at this time. Lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness, tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. You shall arise. A fresh path is signified. Bagalamukhi. She arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of our own making. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which can create true happiness. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide of good fortune is predicted. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.